Before the world knew his name, before the screaming fans, the platinum records, and the iconic dance moves, he was just a boy from Gary, Indiana, a small town with big dreams, a place where the seeds of his extraordinary talent were first sown. But even then, his life was far from ordinary. A remarkable gift came at the cost of a childhood lost to the relentless demands of the spotlight. While other kids played tag in the streets or built forts in the woods, Michael rehearsed, hour after hour, perfecting his voice, honing his dance moves, driven by an ambition far beyond his years. His innocence traded for performance, the carefree days of youth sacrificed at the altar of stardom. Love, for him, wasn't found in the everyday moments of family life, but was something seen in the flickering images of movies or heard in the heartfelt lyrics of songs. His first crushes were distant, unattainable, like Diana Ross, a shining star in his universe. She was a mentor and a mother figure who embodied the warmth and affection he craved, a symbol of the love he longed for. These early feelings were gentle, shy and carefully guarded, nurtured in secret, away from the prying eyes of the world. Vulnerability was a liability in his world, a weakness to be exploited, so his affections stayed private, locked away in the deepest recesses of his heart. Drawing pictures of those he admired, writing their names in notebooks, over and over again. Small acts to hold on to a childhood slipping away, a desperate attempt to reclaim what was lost. This longing for play, for the simple joys of freedom, and for genuine affection shaped the man he'd become, fueling his art and driving his desires. The lack of a conventional childhood created a deep-seated yearning for innocence, a void that he would spend his life trying to fill. He searched for that lost innocence in the people he loved, hoping to find a reflection of the purity he had been denied. Michael was always looking for someone who could understand the boy inside the superstar, someone who could see past the fame and fortune to the vulnerable soul beneath. This foundation, built on longing and loss, is crucial to understanding his lifelong search for love, a quest that would define so much of his life. The boy who never got to be a boy became a man always seeking home, a place of safety, acceptance, and unconditional love. And that longing, that deep-seated need for connection would echo through every relationship to come, shaping his choices and coloring his world. As Michael stepped into solo stardom, the world watched his every move, especially matters of the heart. One of his first public relationships was with actress Tatum O'Neal. Both grew up in the spotlight, sharing a bond few could understand. Their connection was sweet and shy, a glimpse of normalcy in an extraordinary world. But youth and fame made lasting love impossible.
First girlfriend, who I really loved a lot, was Tatum O'Neal.
And was it a typically romantic adolescent love affair?
Yeah, it was. But I don't think I was ready for some of the things she was talking about. I was pretty naive, I'm not joking. I remember her telling me to come over to the house, to her house. They have a Beverly Hills house too. And what she's going to do to me when I come. You know,
Well, what did she say?
all the sexual stuff. So I'm scared to death.
So she rings you and says, Michael, come to my house. I'm going to make love to you.
Yeah,
And you're really scared.
I'm scared. Scared because I've never done anything like that.
Then there was Diana Ross, a mentor, muse, and in Michael's heart something more. He openly adored her, even dreaming of marriage, but it was a love that remained just out of reach. These early relationships set a pattern: innocence, devotion, and heartbreak. Michael loved deeply, but the world around him made it hard to build something real. The king of pop was learning that finding a queen would be his greatest challenge. And so the search continued. When Michael married Lisa Marie Presley, it felt like a fairy tale. Music royalty united. Both knew the pressures of fame from birth, and their connection was rooted in shared experience.
Who proposed? I mean, how did marriage actually get discussed?
Well, at first, this is what happened. When she was 18, I used to tell my lawyer, John Branca, do you know Lisa Marie Presley? He'd go, well, I represent her mother. I go, well, can you get in touch with her? Because I think she's really cute. And he'd laugh every time. He goes, I'll do my best. That's what he'd say. Then he'd come back. I said, well, did you find out? He said, no, there's nothing. So I would worry him about this all the time. The next thing I noticed, there's a picture on a magazine cover where she's married, which really tore me to pieces.
And
I
then,
really did, because I felt that was supposed to be me. I really did.
and what was the countdown to your marriage? Tell me who said the word marriage first.
I did.
He did.
I did.
When? Where?
When?
On
Where?
the telephone.
Oh yeah, on the telephone.
He first asked me.
When?
We were dating now for 4 months. Right? 4 months?
I don't remember.
Well, anyway, we were spending a lot of time together. I don't know how I didn't manage to get in the press because we weren't hiding it. I was in Las Vegas. We were in Neverland. We were
everywhere.
everywhere. I went to flew to
Bookstores.
Atlanta. We were in bookstores. We were not hiding it.
And you said yes right away?
I was separated for 4 months, and he said, what would you do if I asked you to marry me? And I said, I would.
Big I would, though. You were really enthusiastic.
Lisa Marie wanted to protect the vulnerable man behind the icon. For Michael, she was a bridge to a world he admired, offering hope for a real partnership. Their public displays, like the MTV Kiss, were declarations of love. But behind the scenes, things were complicated. Clashing lifestyles and personalities created friction. The very forces that brought them together also pulled them apart. Their marriage lasted less than 2 years, ending in heartbreak. Michael had opened his heart publicly, only to find love couldn't survive the weight of their worlds. Fairy tales can't always conquer reality. For Michael, love remained elusive, but hope endured. After Lisa Marie Michael's next chapter was quieter, his relationship with Debbie Rowe. Debbie, a nurse, offered him comfort and support away from the cameras. Their bond was built on trust and a shared goal, Michael's dream of fatherhood. Their marriage was practical, rooted in mutual respect and the desire to create a family. The births of Prince Michael and Paris brought him pure joy. Fatherhood became his greatest happiness, a chance to give the love he'd always longed for. He cherished every moment, determined to create the magical childhood he'd missed. Though the marriage ended, their bond through their children remained strong. Debbie gave him the family he'd always dreamed of. This chapter showed that Michael's search for love was about more than romance. It was about legacy and belonging. In his children, he found a love that was unconditional and true. For Michael, becoming a father was the fulfillment of his deepest wish, and it changed him forever. Beyond his marriages, Michael's love life was a landscape of rumor and speculation. Any woman seen with him became tabloid fodder. Brooke Shields, Whitney Houston, and more. His friendship with Brooke was deep and platonic, but always misinterpreted. The constant scrutiny made genuine connections difficult and trust nearly impossible. Every rumor built another wall around his heart. Fame turned his private life into public property, isolating him further. The world's fascination with his love life only deepened his loneliness. For Michael, true intimacy was a rare and precious thing. Imagine standing on the world's biggest stage, adored by millions, then returning to silence and solitude. This was Michael's paradox, the most famous man on earth, yet profoundly lonely. Fame gave him a platform, but built invisible walls. People saw a legend, not a person making simple connections nearly impossible. Neverland Ranch was his magical escape, but also a fortress of isolation. He longed for normalcy, for the chance to be just Michael. Everyday joys, grocery shopping, a walk in the park, were out of reach. The throne of pop was glorious but solitary. His music connected the world, but he often felt disconnected himself. Loneliness was a recurring theme in his life and art. He yearned for the anonymity that would let him find love on equal terms. The king of pop was a king without a queen, and the cost of the crown was solitude. To read Michael's diary, just listen to his music. His songs were honest expressions of love, heartbreak, and longing. Tracks like Human Nature and Liberian Girl revealed his yearning for connection. Heartbreak fueled haunting anthems like Who Is It and Stranger in Moscow. He turned personal pain into universal music, his shield and his sword. His love songs weren't just about romance, they were about acceptance and trust. Through music, he shared his deepest hopes and wounds. His greatest love story was always in his art. Looking back, Michael's life was a story of incredible highs, devastating lows, a journey marked by extraordinary talent and profound challenges, and at its core, it was an unending search for love, a quest that defined him both as an artist and as a human being. This yearning for connection shaped his decisions, his art, and ultimately, his legacy. It was the central thread connecting his childhood, with its early fame and pressures, to his reign as the undisputed king of pop, a title that brought immense adoration but also intense scrutiny. He sought romantic love, a partner to share his life with, someone who could understand the unique world he inhabited. But his search extended beyond romance. He craved family, genuine friendship, and unconditional acceptance from a world that often seemed determined to misunderstand him. Love, innocence, and safety were deeply intertwined for him, representing a sanctuary he desperately sought. These elements were not just desires but fundamental needs. His profound desire to protect innocence brought him immense joy and purpose as a devoted father and a generous philanthropist, dedicating much of his life to helping children around the world. But this same passion also brought him immense pain and frequent misunderstanding, as his actions were often misinterpreted and unfairly scrutinized. He wanted to heal the world with love, to spread a message of unity and compassion through his music and his actions. But in his efforts to give love, he was often wounded in return, facing betrayal and harsh judgment. His legacy lives on, not just in his iconic songs and dance moves, but also in the raw vulnerability he fearlessly shared through his art. He made us feel deeply, he inspired us to dance with abandon, and he helped us to know that we weren't alone in our struggles, our joys, and our sorrows. Even the biggest superstar, surrounded by millions of fans, still needed genuine connection, the simple human touch that transcends fame and fortune. Fame and fortune ultimately meant very little without someone to truly share them with, without the warmth of human connection to fill the void. For Michael, love was everything, the very air he breathed, the unwavering hope that kept him going through the darkest of times, the light that guided his path. He found profound love and fulfillment in his children, the greatest joy of his life. And he also found it reflected back to him in the adoring hearts of millions of fans worldwide who continue to celebrate his genius and his humanity. His story, with all its triumphs and tragedies, is a beautiful, heartbreaking love song that will continue to echo as long as his timeless music plays on.